Hi everyone, I'm Robert. I work for Unief Actief and just for the University Sports Center. I think almost all of you are, Dutch speakers, but we're going to give the class in English and sometimes in Dutch if I don't know my English very well. So I hope everyone can understand. Today we're going to just going to stand up for the first time because we're going to move at work. So we're going to ons zitgedrag, ons sedentary behavior, we're going to make sure we're going to move a little bit, going to loosen all the joints and muscles and work a little bit on some also strength parts. Okay, just follow me. In the end, if you have questions, I think we will work for around 20 minutes and then there's like 5 to 10 minutes over for some questions maybe. Also, this workout will be later on our YouTube channel of USCK Leuven, so you can always watch it back. Alright, first thing what we're going to do is we're going to loosen our head a little bit, so we're going to rotate to the front, up to the back, 3 times going to the front, side, back, and then 3 times to the other side. Okay, turning other side. Yep. 2 and 3. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to roll our shoulders 5 times to the front. So from the back to the front, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then to the back, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Now shoulders, we're going to the pelvis. You can here take those bony parts here on the front. Spina iliaca anterior superior is called in Latin. You're going to rotate to the side, to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, we're going to stand with our feet together, going to bend through our knees, and we're going to make circles with our knees. So 1, 2, 3, 4, until 5, and then the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to start standing. We're going to rotate our head at first, vertebra after vertebra, until we reach, so we're going down. We're totally curling in, and when we are here in the most curled position, we're going to open it, starting from our tailbone, going up, shoulders go up, and head at last. And then we go in again with our head, down, and up. 2, in, and up. That's 3. Up. 4 and 5. Okay, perfect. Okay, next thing what we're going to do is we're going to rotate, also mobilize the pelvis a little bit further. I don't know if you guys know, I think 20 years ago there was a song at Eurovision from Kate Ryan, the kniezwengel. So it's a little bit like that. We're going to stand on one leg. Okay. Now, for standing exercises, actually always in life, in daily life, when you're standing or standing on one leg or 2 legs, it's always good that you have a little bit bending in the knees. If you have a little bit bending in the knees, then you're more controlled in your legs with the muscles. If you have an overextending of the knees, so that they're really extended of meer gestrekt, then you have less control. So first thing is try to stand on one leg, okay, a little bit bend it. One knee goes up, yeah, 90 degrees, and we're going to rotate from here, from the hip, from the pelvis, up, 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 up. Yeah, okay. Try to do that. Try to stay on one leg. That's the first priority. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. And make yourself a little bit loose. We're going to do the same on the other side. Yeah? So we start on hip width. Yeah? So here you have the bony parts of your pelvis, and then underneath your 2 feet, we're going to put our left leg up, a little bit bending in the right knee. Yeah, stay straight, and we're going to rotate. Knees going up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Now, also in this position, we have to focus that our upper body is actually straight. So when we did this, you're not going to fall down with the shoulders, but your shoulders stay together. For the next exercise, we're going to do that. So we stay here in the hip width. We're going with one leg to the front. All right, yeah. And you're going a little bit down with your upper body up like this. If I do it like this, going to stand, going down, yeah, all right. You're going to open your elbows, so your chest is actually opening and your shoulders are together in this position. So we stay on hip width here, okay. And then we're going to try to rotate everything above the belly button. So our elbows stay wide, we're going to one side, 1, 2, for 10 times. That's 4. That's 5, 6. Oh, I was counting right, so the last one, 10. Okay, but we're going to do it on the other side. Remember, our feet, they stay on this width. Even if we put our feet to the front, it stays like this. When we rotate everything above our belly, it's important, you saw it, that our knee doesn't go inwards. So for example, if I rotate here, well, automatically this will happen. So we're trying to rotate our upper body and trying to stay stable here with the knee. Okay, other side. We're going down, yeah. Elbows wide, and they stay wide, and we're going to one side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And go back. All right. Okay. Now, next exercise. You can, if you have some place here in the room where you are, you can start here putting a table, or even if you want to try something a little bit more difficult, you can do the exercise on the ground or on a lower surface. What we're going to do, we're going to place our hands under our shoulders, yeah, and we're going to put our body in one line. What's important is it's a plank position. You can do it here on this surface. If you want, you can do a little bit lower on the ground. So it's up to you. Here important is actually, if you're higher or lower, the most important thing is that your hands are under your shoulders in a vertical line. Why? Also because you're for the stability and the safety. If I was pointing like this, you see what happens? So you want actually to push right into the ground. Under the shoulders, yeah, okay. From here, hands are on shoulder width and our feet are even wide, yeah. Now we're going to try to put the chest in. So chest in is actually making een bolle bovenrug. And then we're going to tap the opposite shoulder without moving too much from left to right. How do we do that? We keep the belly button in. So we contract the abdominals and we try to take it left and right. Okay, 10 times. Left and right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, perfect. So that was one of these exercises. Now we're going to do the same kind of exercise where we're going to try to hold our body in a stable position and doing something with another body part that is going to destabilize us. Now we're going to do it in a standing way. It looks a little bit weird, this exercise, but just try to do it. So we're going to stand a little bit wider like this, on hip width, shoulder width, you can choose, a little bit bending in the knees, and we're going to put the shoulders together. Yeah? Okay. Our trunk is a little bit rotated forward, but still extended and straight. How do we do that? We rotate our pelvis to the front, so you have these bony parts here, you rotate it to the front, so actually making a little bit of a hollow lower back, but the rest of your upper body goes to the front, so we stay straight. Shoulders together, so elbows wide. Okay. And now we're going to go with one leg fast to the other side, but you see what will happen if I go to the side? My body will turn, or it goes to a little bit to that way. That's what we're going to try to avoid. So we're going to try to go to the back and still keeping this stable position. That means, again, belly button in and still holding the shoulders together. Okay, 10 left, 10 right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, halfway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, I rest. Alright. Maybe one quick other explanation. So we worked with bending with the pelvis. Now we're going to try to do it just a little bit quick separately. So rotating the pelvis is actually, again, you have these bony parts here from the front side of the pelvis. Rotating is actually, if you want to rotate it forward, you try to make a hollow lower back. If you want to rotate it backwards, you're going to make sure that your lower back is going to go a little bit bowl or convex. And so we're going to rotate to front and back. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 more, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, that is important. For our next exercise, we're going to pick things up from the ground. So if everyone has a pencil, something, a water bottle, it doesn't matter, something that you have to pick from the ground, something small. And there we're going to work on. Okay, so I will take one material and you can search for it, and if you don't have anything to pick up, just try to imagine that you're picking something up. Alright, I'm going to search here. For example, this is my water bottle. Just see that I don't, that it doesn't fall down on the ground, all the water. Okay, I hope you guys can see it. Put it here a little bit. Yeah, okay. So, important now, we're going to squat and we're going to pick it up. Very important, you put your feet a little bit wider, just here next to the bottle. Then we're going to put the knees wide, and so we're going to bend our pelvis actually forwards. We're going down, yeah, as much as we can, and we're going to pick it up. Okay, now in this position, 10 times. Make sure your feet are widening a little bit out, are pointing a little bit outwards. You're going to put the knees to the side, so not to the middle. Yeah. Bend the pelvis, and so make actually a little bit of a hollow lower back. Shoulders together, that you're straight here. Yeah. And when you're in this position, you're going to push from your feet. Very important because you're stronger with your legs up and down. Okay. Close to the body, because if you put it further, it's more harder. Okay. 10 times. We're going down and we're going up. Yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. That was one exercise. Very important here is when you're doing a squat or a bending exercise, you have to pick something up with 2 legs. Just a little exercise, not so difficult. We're standing here. Try now to think that you're pushing with your toes on the ground, but your feet are flat on the ground. So my feet are flat on the ground, but I try to put pressure on my toes. Toes are putting pressure on the ground. Yeah, okay. So there, I'm putting the pressure. And now you do the opposite way. So your feet are flat again, but you're going to put your heels on the ground. Yeah? Normally, you feel a little bit of a difference where the muscles are working. If you put your heels on the ground, you feel more muscles working on the back side of your body or on your legs. If you put your toes on the ground, you feel more muscle working on the front part. So that's important when we actually are standing doing those exercises, pushing from our legs, that we try to put pressure on both toes and both the heels to make sure we're working from the front and the backward together, because then we are stronger. If we, for example, standing on one leg and we only push from our toes, we're less strong than we put one foot on the ground and push from the heel and the toes. Okay. Then we come to our next exercise. So my water bottle is here, or I take something else, maybe this piece of paper that is, so you can put a pen on the ground, whatever, something small. Now we're going to try to pick it up in a correct way, because when we do our squat and we're not really mobile, then we're going to do our squat and our back is going to do like this. So we're going to do an exercise where our back is still straight. So we're going to do a stability exercise. You're going to stand on one leg, like we did in the beginning. Yeah. Just stay here. I'm going to jump, but don't jump. Just stay. Try to hold on one leg. Put the pressure on the heel and on the toe, and a little bit bending in the knees. Yeah. What you're going to do now? Just look. Rotating the pelvis, shoulders together, so straight line, and you're going to pick with your opposite arm, going to pick it up like this. Try to stay here, let it down again, and we're going to try to pick it up again. And up. That's the second one. Okay. The third one. We're going to do this for 10 times. The fourth, if you're falling down, just try to do it again. Always try to concentrate, rotating pelvis, keep the shoulders together. 6, 7, 8, and 2 more. 9 and 10. Okay, we're going to do it. Normally you feel it now in the here in the leg or even in the feet, whole leg part where we're standing. Very important here is that you that you always start bending from the pelvis. Most of the times, if we want to pick something up, our head comes at first. But actually, if we want to keep a straight back in this position, it's our pelvis that rotates like a clock, and this is straight, and then our body rotates to the front. So always try to think when you're going to the front that you're more hollow than you think, because otherwise this will happen. Okay. Left side, 10 times, and then we're going to relax a bit, and then it's the end for today. Okay, we're going to rotate. Opposite arm. And 1. And 2. And 3. And 4. Okay, 5. Always make sure you do it your own tempo. We will stop at 10. When I did 10, 6. But it's more important that you concentrate it and do it on your own pace than trying to follow my pace. If you stop at 8 or at 6, it's also okay. If you try to, I think we're at 8 now. I'm not sure because I was talking a lot. 2 more, 9. And the last one, 10. And relax. And now we just push it away. Okay, maybe you noticed that one side is better than the other. Most of the times we always have like one weaker and one stronger side. And sometimes it's useful doing exercises on one leg, so like unilateral and not on both legs, to see actually where there are differences left and right. So you can work more on one side than on the other if you want to do some of those stability exercises. Okay, to end with, we're going to relax a little bit. We're going to put tension and then we're going to relax. So we're going to inhale tension, make ourselves long. Your arms are long. You're going to exhale and you're going to try to relax down. That's one. Again, make yourself long. Your toes and relax. Last time, inhaling long and relax. And rest and give yourself an applause for the exercise. If there are already questions, I will leave 5 minutes for you guys that I can hear you, and otherwise we will stop this workout or the live stream. Okay, shoot. It's not necessary. I will just wait a little bit. There's always room for question or in the chat. I think I'm not used to work with Teams a lot, so you can raise your hand, you can react, you can chat. And otherwise we will just okay, that's also good if you just give a little bit feedback, just quick feedback. David, yeah, you can ask something.
I just wonder, how many repetitions or stuff do you do? Or do you do it? 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 Do do you recommend? Is this a once a day thing, or should we do 30 instead, or 3 times 10, or?
Yeah, that's a good question. For this kind of what we did now, it's just actually a quick break of doing some exercises. But I think, for example, the one we did the last time, 10 times, you can do it very quickly, for example. I say 1 minute, but you can also do it in 20 seconds. And that's why I said you don't have to follow my
Sure.
my pace.
That's,
It's actually more important for example, standing on one leg exercise that you try to hold for 1 minute, and rather than doing 10 repetitions. So the time under tension is more important. For example, I think you felt your leg
sure.
a little bit.
The knee.
Yeah, so it's more important that you actually try to train the endurance in your exercise than trying to do the exercises quick. So actually, if I try to say it right, whatever you do, it's more important that you do it a little bit longer than and then in after a while you can put on more intensity. So for example, I think 10 or 15 repetitions, but it's again repetitions. Try to think of doing 1 minute per exercise is more important. And if 1 minute, sometimes it's 10 or 15 repetitions. For example, this one also, I can do, and I can do. So it's more important here, 1 minute, and doesn't matter if you go fast, then 1 minute slow is the same.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, okay. Other questions? And otherwise I will stop the recording. I hope you guys enjoyed this small workout. And if you want to follow our classes here, you're always welcome. And it's a little bit longer. We have lots of classes, and this will also be on the YouTube channel of USA Krijg.